I've never loved, and I don't know how to explain it. I'm sorry, but I just don't know how to explain it. But there's just, you guys, like, I love Trinidad. I'm not gonna lie to you. I love St. Vincent. But Jamaica has a different kind of vibe. It's like you cannot be lonely in Jamaica. You cannot be sad. You cannot be, it's just different. It's just different, guys. And I know I see, and I'm sorry, I don't want nobody to say, Roy, you this to other country, and Roy, you this to other countries. I don't want nobody to say that, but I'm being real. I'm being real. It's just, when they say Jamaica, trust me, yeah. You guys don't even know what islands you have here. It's an amazing country, man.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to yet another video. Thank you very much for tuning in. This video is about why Jamaica attracts celebrities, creatives, and global icons, and how such a small country carries such a massive influence. Jamaica is a tiny island, but somehow it influences the world. If you are new, please subscribe to our channel because we will be back with more content. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you very much for the love you keep showing us, and thank you for tuning in. So before we start, I want to give full credit to the original creators and broadcasters of the footage we are reacting to. I have these videos that we'll be reacting to. Watch until the end, and then I'll be back with more commentary. Thank you.
Why would I want to go Jamaica? Why would I want to go home? Look what I'm walking. Look at this. Why would I want to leave you? Jamaica, look. You might take 6 months out of my life because you look so good, Jamaica. Why would I leave you? What we got is just so beautiful. You compliment me, Jamaica. I can't leave you. I gotta figure out the rest of my life. I can't leave you, Jamaica. This is
Jamaica.
How was that?
Guys, Jamaica's so beautiful. It was my first time there, and I was making more music, and then we were listening back to Jump, and I was like, hey, like these vibes, like we need like a Jamaican vibe on this one, and we hit up Skilly Bang, came back with something that I couldn't not add, you know, like original girl, they want a replica.
Babe,
no.
babe.
Like,
Pretty Pon the Cellular.
You filmed the video for Shake It to the Max, the remix in Jamaica. How was Jamaica for you? How was that whole experience?
Really a big vibe. Thing is that, like, visually, Jamaica looks a lot like Ghana.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what did they say? Same font, different words, like different accents.
Yeah, no, reals.
I want to go back because I didn't spend a lot of time. I went to do video. I went to do Uptown Mondays with Skilly.
Let's talk about it. How did you find the nightlife experience, like the whole of Uptown Mondays? Because when I went, babe, I had a time. When I was there, yeah, please, no word of a lie. There was a man that did not have a girl. Tell me why he was daggering a table. You will see it all in Jamaica, I'm telling you. You will see it all in that place.
So when I was there, I feel like people knew, like, who was around. Like, they knew Sean was here, they knew Skilly was here, and the energy was kind of crazy. And then there were these moments where, like, a certain song would come on, and then you see the entire crowd, like, know the routine and do it together in sync.
Yep.
And it's like, this is pretty cool.
Island Dave here, huh? Island Dave on an island. Hey, Lord the volume, man. Lord the volume, man. Why gone, gal? Why gone, pretty gal? Huh? Why you gone? Big up yourself, gal. Yes. Go get you some steamed fish and okra. Yes. Some steamed fish and okra, gal. Why gone, pretty gal? Huh?
What was it like filming in Jamaica?
Glorious.
Wonderful.
Hot.
Hot.
Very, very hot.
Very hot.
Beautiful day. Jamaican crew.
Yeah.
Jamaican food that we didn't always eat because we were trying.
Yeah. Jamaica was a journey, and yeah, filming in Trenchtown I think was one of my favorite weeks.
Yeah.
Because the people came out and, you know, spent a lot of time, spent a bit of time there. Yeah, Jamaica was sick.
And just nice getting Jamaican energy in the film, like rightly so.
Yeah.
Guys, I haven't had my car for like almost 2 weeks now because I'm gonna say this, I can't bother. It got an accident, I don't have energy. So I've been taking like taxis. There's like a special taxi man that like picks me up and takes me exactly where I need to go. Yesterday, I went to hairdresser. He was supposed to pick me up and he wasn't answering his phone. And I was like, I wasn't gonna sit there and wait and figure out how long he was gonna take to answer his phone. I walked outside and I hopped in a route taxi. I haven't taken a route taxi since I haven't taken a route taxi in ages, but it was so much fun. Like, real life in Jamaica is so much fun. The way the average person lives, it's so much fun. I was hooked up in the back with like 2 men to my side, and then the whole of the front did hooked up, and everybody that send them 2 bills got the front. It was so much fun. It reminds me of the time that like I begged my parents to let me take the bus, and I ended up in Corville Gardens. I didn't live anywhere near Corville Gardens. That's a whole other story for a whole other time. I get so excited living like regular Jamaicans. Like when I used to hang out with uptown people, I don't really do that anymore. I used to try so hard to get them out of their bubbles. Like I remember my best friend of a few years ago, she had never been downtown. I made her come downtown, take a route taxi with me to King Street, walk up and down with some shopping. We went to Bashka. I love real life. Like people really think that like, oh, I was so sheltered, like I have all this money. No, I was upper middle class at best. My mother was Trini, so she never cared about the classism in Jamaica. She used to take me downtown every single Saturday. We'd go to the wholesale and I would buy big bags of candy and sell them to kids in my community. Like I know downtown like the back of my hand. I have a parking space on Princess Street where the man knows me. Like he just knows I'm coming. He has my spot ready for me. I love real life. Like I appreciate my privilege and I appreciate being sheltered. I think that's why I've tried so hard to distance myself from uptown, because they only think one way. I have friends from uptown that used to literally be like, oh, I would never walk on the street in Jamaica. I would never take the bus. And them they are Canada and foreign them and take the bus. Like perception that we have as Jamaicans that like we're better than people because we don't live like the average Jamaican. Living like the average Jamaican is so fun. Like the real life day-to-day experiences, they're fun. They're exciting. They're like real life. And I really enjoyed that taxi ride. Like I don't know. I've always just wanted to be authentic and like live like a real Jamaican. And I'm really gonna do it one day. Like I'm gonna like fuck this uptown shit. Like somebody invite me to a scheme for a party or something. I'm ready. Let's go.
Favorite place I've traveled? I love Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Oh my God, the food in Jamaica. I'm definitely gaining a couple of pounds, but I love to eat.
Berna, look here, over this side, to your right, over here, sir. Yes, over there. You can't come to Jamaica and don't come bless up the people. You have to do this. You can't come to Jamaica and don't bless up wedding. On the street, this is the world of Manta, Stone Up, the biggest sound on planet Earth. All the boy in the building, 17 in the building, you know I love Jamaica. Jamaica's my second home. So right now what we're doing is vibing like we're in our living room, you understand? This is Stone Up. Ready? Ready! I love you, Stone.
Yo, Kai, Cena.
Yo,
what, bro? What on you? What you dealing? Me I deal with nothing, you know. What you deal with that? You good? Out here. Bumba class, free world boss, you know. Free world boss. Real world boss. Fully guys. Where the cat to them? Fully guys. Where the cat to them? Be a girl over there. Be a girl. So let's go over to my youth.
Thank y'all for having me back. I appreciate y'all. What's up, family? You good? All right?
Jamaica, I'm here, man. I'm excited.
Thank y'all for having me back. I appreciate y'all. What's up, family? You good? All right?
Thank you very much for staying and watching this video with me until the end. So guys, today the video you've seen how people have a lot of praise for Jamaica, and in this video it's about the celebrities, you know, the celebrities you've just watched and how such a small country carries a massive influence on them. The first thing people talk about is the vibe. Jamaica isn't just a place, it's a feeling, as I've always said. Visitors say when they land in Jamaica, something shifts. People smile, Music plays everywhere. You feel seen, welcomed, and alive. You can't be lonely in Jamaica. It's a warm place, it's a place to be. There's a spirit in Jamaica that you don't feel anywhere else. That's why celebrities don't just visit, they return. You visit, once you go, you have to come back for more. Why? Let's talk about the food because this one is unanimous. Jamaican food is praised everywhere. Celebrities, visitors consistently mention curry goat, oxtail, jack chicken, ital food. People call it fire and matched, real food in Jamaica. It's not fast food culture, it's soul food. And once you eat Jamaican food, you don't forget it. Now, this is where Jamaica's global power becomes undeniable. Reggae and dancehall didn't just stay in Jamaica, they shaped the world. As I told you in my previous videos, we grew up watching and vibing to Jamaican music. Bob Marley alone turned Jamaica into a spiritual symbol. And today, dancehall influences hip hop, Afrobeats, pop music, fashion, language, even celebrities try to speak patois. That's influence from Jamaica and Jamaica alone. Jamaica doesn't copy culture. Jamaica creates culture. That's something you'll notice. Then you have icons like Usain Bolt, the fastest man alive, who is Jamaican. One athlete turned sprinting into entertainment. That's what Jamaica does. It turns excellence into culture. Another reason celebrities love Jamaica is the people. The people always, even if a place is so beautiful, if the people there are just not welcoming, you just won't go back there. But in Jamaica, Jamaicans are real. No fake energy, no forced smiles, just authentic. Visitors say even average daily life in Jamaica feels fun. There's laughter, resilience, humor, even during hardships. That rebellious, creative spirit, pushing forward no matter what, makes Jamaica to always stand out. Patois isn't just a local dialect anymore. It's global. You hear it in music, movies, TikTok, interviews. Celebrities try to speak because it represents cool, freedom, and confidence. Language is power, and Jamaica exports it effortlessly. Now, another reason why Jamaica stands out is not about the luxury hotels or the private villas. It's about connection. In Jamaica, you feel human again. Those are comments from celebrities, out there who have tried visiting Jamaica. That's why rich people don't feel superior there. They feel grounded. They feel at home. You feel the vibe. You are free. You feel the connection. So yeah, Jamaica is small on the map, but culturally, spiritually, creatively, Jamaica is massive. That's why the world keeps coming back. If Jamaica has ever touched your life through music, food, people, or culture, drop a Jamaican flag in the comments. Just a Jamaican flag. However, you can comment and tell us what Jamaica did in your life. What's your experience with Jamaica? Thank you guys for watching this video until the end. Just remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel because we'll be back with more. Thank you and I'll see you in the next one.